Hi guys, and welcome back. We haven't had a news section for a while, so there has been a lot of BMW news over the last few weeks, so we thought we'd do one and have a little bit of an update. Firstly, the 1 and 2 series have been seen in spy shots. We're not 100% sure whether these are renders or actual press shots. They look very, very realistic. As you can see, the design language of the car is in line with the modern BMWs that have been coming out. Kidney grills are a little bit bigger, and it actually looks quite good. The previous generation car was a good looking car, and I think this one is as well. The interesting thing about this platform is that it is now moving to front wheel drive. So the 1 and 2 series is a front wheel drive platform. There has been leaked pictures of the M135i now. That is now a 2-litre turbo engine as opposed to the 3-litre turbo engine in the outgoing B58, but they are going to make that car 4-wheel drive. This car, BMW, are using a new type of technology in it where the DSC is not a separate ECU, and the DSC is actually controlled by the engine ECU, and they're claiming that this makes a car much quicker to react to changes in where the power should be driven. They are also saying that this car is going to be the same lap time around the ring as the outgoing M140i, and considering it's got about 40 or 45 less horsepower than the outgoing model, I think that's pretty good. What I'm not happy about on this platform is, what does that mean for the M2? With the M2, in my opinion, was probably one of the best driving cars to come out of BMW for a long time. If the 2 Series platform is a front wheel drive platform and M135i is 4-wheel drive, that probably means the M2 is going to be 4-wheel drive as well. Now, I don't have anything against that per se, but if the F90 M5 is 4-wheel drive now, and then the upcoming G80 M3 is going to be 4-wheel drive, which we'll talk about in a minute, there leaves no room for a pure 2-wheel drive car that is the M2 size, and I think that's going to be something that I will personally miss. I'm not sure if anyone else would miss it. Whether they have a model that fits in around that kind of size, I'm not 100% sure. Touching on the G80 M3 again, I know that we've talked about this model quite a few times, but it is an important model, the iconic M3 again. This time we are pretty sure this car is going to be 4-wheel drive, and it has been seen testing recently at the Nurburgring with gold calipers, which means that obviously ceramics are going to be an option again. There are also rumours again that the car is going to be in 3 different trim levels. So you're going to have something which they're calling the M3 Pure, which will be rear-wheel drive and manual. And then there was going to be the normal model, which will be 4-wheel drive, and then the competition model, which is going to sit above that. We believe the highest output that this car is going to produce is around 500 horsepower, which is around 50 more horsepower than the outgoing M3 F80. The G20 is a very good looking car, so I'm sure the G80 M3 is going to be a very good looking car also, and there has been some leaked images of the rear quarter of the G80. It was, I saw it for the first time on Instagram on my friend Sonic F80's feed. I'm not sure where we got it from, I'll have to ask him, but it's got that trademark wide arch that the F80 has, so I think it's going to be a great looking car. I'm looking forward to seeing what it actually looks like when it comes out. Moving on to the aftermarket sector and what new products are available, there are a few new products available from ourselves, and that is a remote tuning for the G series chassis and also the B58 and the M140i. It's proving to be very popular because before, like last month, that wasn't an option, and it's very easy to use. Just need an E-net cable. We are going to do a full video on our F90 M5 showing you how to use that cable. It's very straightforward, very easy, and on the B58 the gains are pretty awesome. I mean, we're getting like 430 to 440 horsepower just on a stage 1 without any additional hardware changes like a decat, an exhaust, or any kind of air filter. The F90 M5 is proving to be an awesome car. We just tuned that for stage 1, so if you were following our VMAX videos, we tuned that for stage 2 and it performed really well, but we know a lot of people don't want to change the cat in that car, so we put the stock cat back in and developed stage 1 for it, and it's performing pretty well. 720 horsepower from just a software flash, so very happy with that, and I'm sure as time goes by we will be able to improve that further. Eventuri also have a product which is exciting me quite a lot, and that is the new Carbon Plenum for the S65, so that's the E92 M3. It looks absolutely stunning and it sounds amazing. We've been running it in Ryan Stewart's car for the last month or so, and it makes an absolutely immense noise. And when you pair it up with the Eventuri intake and the carbon lid, it just looks amazing. It's like covering 60% of the engine bay. I don't have an E92 M3 at the moment, but it's really making me feel like buying another one. And for a product to do that, that says a lot. The other thing I wanted to mention quickly is that Eventuri has placed an order for a BMW Supra, or the Toyota Supra, and they actually sent us a gift, which is quite cool. It's an Amazon Echo Dot in the same livery as the A90 Gazoo racing car was. This car is going to be delivered at some point this year. We got an allocation for one of the first 300 cars. Reason why you're probably wondering, why have we gone for a Supra? Well, it's a BMW chassis, and for Eventuri it's important to design and develop the intake kit for that car. And also, if you're unaware, we've also started a new project, which is to develop carbon fiber aero for cars, and that is being called Evero. So it's the EV of Eventuri and then aero at the end to show that it's related to that company. The first models we're going to do are the F90 M5 and the F80 M3. Then we'll expand the model range from there, and the Supra is going to be an important part for that company as well, because we're going to design a full aero kit for that car as soon as it's out. So overall, no major leaks over the last couple of weeks, and not anything that we didn't really know before. But as the release of these cars is getting a lot closer, we're finally seeing concrete evidence of what they're going to look like. In terms of our project cars, if you've been watching the VMAX videos, if you haven't, I suggest you do watch them because they're very enjoyable. The F90 M5, F80 M3 and Eventuri's RS3 are going to have more power for the next event, which is on May the 11th. So keep an eye out for that video. I'm sure you guys won't be disappointed. In terms of our next video, that will be out on Friday, and that's going to be the Eventuri RS3, and we're fitting the MSS suspension kit to it. So keep an eye on that one. So that's the news. If you want to watch more BMW related news, you can watch that over here. If you'd like to watch something YouTube suggests you might like from our other videos, you can watch that over here. Now, if you did like the video, please click that thumbs up button. And if you've got any questions, you can put those in the comments for us. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel.